Something peculiar happened this weekend. A handful of conservative influencers all defended Big Soda, people who make sugary drinks. They said the Make America Healthy Again movement is out of line trying to cut soda and other junk food out of SNAP benefits. Arkansas, among other states, wants to ban the use of food stamps for junk food. And you can see here all of the posts. And they're all parroting the same talking points and are oddly similar. Why? Well, former swimmer turned women's rights activist Riley Gaines let us know why. She posted on Twitter in response to this, quote, "They offered to pay me to post a big fat heck no." Robert F. Kennedy, now Secretary of Health and Human Services, thanked her. It's troubling that some companies now think they have a right to demand taxpayer money to poison our children. Podcast host, investigative reporter Nick Sorter unveiled all this on Twitter, claiming the company Influenceable is behind it all, paying MAGA influencers to post in favor of the soda companies. Nick is with us now. Nick, congratulations. Excellent, excellent reporting. I think there's something a little bit bigger here, which is we are having a almost collision of MAGA on a few issues and traditional Republican big business conservative sensibilities.
Yeah, well, I don't see any part of any of these tweets being conservative, Leland. I have not found a single person so far that has tweeted this and stood by what they said, because they, at the end of the day, they don't believe what they said. They were either A, manipulated into doing it by, being convinced by Influenceable that who was taking money from big soda lobbying groups, that this is really about government overreach. And then alternatively, you have people that were like, okay, there was a check dangled in their face, and they're like, well, we'll sell out MAGA, we'll sell out MAHA, we'll sell out what RFK Jr. has already stated he wanted to do just so we can get a $250 check. And you know what? That's a problem that needs to be addressed on both sides of the aisle. One thing that I believe that we do on the right that the left has a really hard time doing is holding themselves accountable, and that's exactly what I want to do with this. I want to nip it in the bud and make sure that we're not going to have these massive lobbyists and special interest groups and big soda and big health insurance companies and stuff coming in and buying off quote-unquote MAGA influencers. We have to put a stop to that. That's the whole point of doing this.
Okay. So we have to sort of break this down here, right? Because when Republicans were on the other side of this issue, it was the mayor of New York, Michael Bloomberg, wanted to ban sugary soda and wanted calories on menus, and Republicans went crazy. And now Republicans, because of MAHA, say we want to ban the use of tax dollars with food stamps to buy sugary sodas. How much of SNAP benefits go toward junk food? USDA 2016. 23% of SNAP benefits go to soda, snacks, desserts, and candies. That's tens of billions of dollars of taxpayer money to buy all this. What is the difference between what Bloomberg proposed and Republicans abhorred versus what Republicans want to do now?
So the whole, one of the points of this campaign here, this paid advertising campaign, was to conflate those two issues intentionally. It's misleading, Leland, to even compare the two in an ad campaign like this, because we're not talking about banning people's right to buy certain size sodas. We're talking about taxpayers not having to pay for it anymore. What Bloomberg did is he tried to ban, I believe, 32-ounce big gulp sodas, meaning that you and I weren't able to go there and buy it on our own. What we're saying right now is that the taxpayers are done paying $5 to $10 billion a year to subsidize Coca-Cola and PepsiCo. That's the difference here. We're talking about the taxpayer paying for it versus individuals. Nobody is saying that individuals shouldn't be able to buy soda. Hell, I just had one in your green room. I just had a Diet Coke, you know?
Well, I hope you paid for it, okay? And just sure you go. But this is no such thing as a free soda here at NewsNation. But I'm trying to figure this out, though, because I think there is this intersection, a collision that is coming between MAGA and traditional Republicans on a number of issues, tariffs being a huge one. You got the last 15 seconds. This isn't the last we've heard from it, is it?
No, I honestly, I don't think there's a clash here at all. I haven't found, I mean, maybe 1, 2 people that have any sort of voice that have actually come out and legitimately said that, oh yeah, we need to continue letting taxpayers fund Coca-Cola and PepsiCo. I mean, other than that, this doesn't even seem like an argument. Nobody is backing this argument besides them.
I did 2 segments on it a week ago. So we sort of predicted this on the show. You point out that Twitter is not real life, which is what Chris Cuomo pointed out at the top of the show. I thought he was spot on. Nick Sorter, on X, formerly known as Twitter, a must-follow account. We're glad to have you on the show. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Leland.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.